Hello class, this is a video on indefinite articles, which can be a tricky topic, even though it's very basic. So I hope you can get something out of it. Let's see. Well, the concept of indefinite article in Spanish translates to un y una, like when we say un profesor, una profesora. But there's the first difference, because in English, even though we have two indefinite articles, the articles a and en, they have nothing to do with the word being masculine or feminine or male or female or whatever. So, and the reason for that is probably because words in English, most words in English do not have gender. So a book is a book. It's neither masculine nor feminine. A car is a car, and so on and so forth, right? So if words have no gender, why is it that we have two indefinite articles? Well, it has to do with the pronunciation of the word that they accompany. So if we look at the words on the left, the six words on the left that have the come with the word a book, a frog, a car, a lemon, a dog, and a truck. They all have something in common, and they all begin with a consonant. Consonant B, consonant C, consonant D, etc. Is the opposite on the right. Six words on the right that accompany the word n, the indefinite article n, they all begin with vowel. So we have an apple, an egg, an insect, an orange, an umbrella, and an actor, right? So there's your first clue, right? So it's about whether the word begins with a consonant or with a vowel. But, and this is the tricky part, it's not about how you spell it. It is not about how you write a word. It's about the sound. And that's why I insist uh, developing your comprehension ability is so important in English, because the way that you write English is maybe very different from the way that you speak the language. So look at the next two examples. We have the words house and the word hour. They are both spelled with letter H, right? But that doesn't mean that they are pronounced the same. So the first word, house, is pronounced like that, house, with a little like a jota in Spanish, right? Not the word hour. We don't say hour, we say hour, hour. So that has consequences. Uh, it's all about pronunciation, right? So with a consonant sound like house, we use indefinite article a house. But with a vowel sound like hour, we use indefinite article an, so we say an hour. So it doesn't matter if they are both spelled with H. We need to pay attention to the pronunciation. And same thing applies for the words uncle and university. Even though they are both spelled with the letter U, uh, the first one is pronounced. In the first case, we use indefinite article an uncle, because it's clearly a vowel sound. Uncle, uncle, an uncle. The next one, university, university. That vowel sound is very, very close, so it's actually considered a semi-vowel or a semi-consonant. Um, that again has consequences, and we cannot say an university. That would be very weird. So we say things like a university instead. So I hope that this made things clear for you. The last examples we have deal with the fact that doesn't really matter if the object that we're talking about comes with an adjective. Remember that in English, adjectives and nouns are switched. So instead of saying things like día frío, we say frío día. Instead of saying una persona muy loca, we say una muy loca persona, so on and so forth. So we end up with things like cold day, very crazy person, easy lesson, etc. Right? So we need to again pay attention to the sound, to the beginning sound of the adjective in this case. And the first example is cold day. cold is a consonant sound. We say a cold day is different in easy lesson, where the word easy it begins with a vowel sound, and we say an easy lesson, right? Well, let's do some exercises and see if we really understood this. Well, in all of these sentences, what we need to do is to complete the blanks with either the word a or with the word an, with the indefinite articles. Again, all you need to do is pay attention to the pronunciation of the coming word after the blank. And depending on whether it's vowel or consonant sound, well, we will use a or an. Let's pause the video and see if you can solve it. Alright class, so these are the solutions and hopefully you got all of them right. So you see things like an old village, because old is a vowel sound, a nice little church, because nice is a consonant sound. On to number 7, I hope you remember that the word hour is pronounced hour and we're supposed to use the indefinite article an hour, alright? And the same applies for the last one, for number 11, when we have the word uniform. And the word uniform is the beginning sound of the word uniform is very close, so it's a semi-vowel or semi-consonant, and we say a uniform, right? Well, class, that's it for today, and hopefully you got something out of this video. Well, see you in the next one.